Good morning, YouTube subscribers. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and I cannot forget, hey, happy Veterans Day. And to any veteran that is watching, I just want to say thanks from my family to yours. I know this may sound kind of funny or whatever or weird, but this is kind of my way of giving back, and I hope this helps. So today, I'll be showing you how to change an AC adapter. It may help if you don't have a Toshiba. Maybe the way I show you may help you with any other computer or give you some kind of idea of which way to go with it. Okay, now that we have it flipped over, we want to take out our mainframe screws, which is the one that is holding it together. My AC port is right there. Having a shortage when I stick the charger in it. So and after taking all the screws out, some may have to remove their hard drive because some laptops there's a screw underneath. You just grab your little tab, slice right out most of the time, set it to the side. And now that we've removed all the screws to the base of the bottom, you want to take it and flip it over and open it up, because you don't want to forget about your top screws. Underneath here, underneath the keyboard, there's screws, but as you look under the tab, you can see an opening where you can pry loose the. You want to be careful. I kind of grab mine and pry it with my fingers at the same time, like you pull up on it. Pull up. Let me show you. Camera view here. Work with me. Sorry, guys. Take you in a little bit. Right here. So it pries up. Take the whole thing off and it pries right off. If you take it off, as you notice, there are screws. 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After removing your screws, just kind of grip it from the top. It pries up like that and slides the leaf from the bottom. Comes right underneath. Flip it over. You have a little tab. Just pull up on it, a little white tab. Just push up and it pulls right loose. Set your keyboard to the side. Now let's see here. You have one here, a screw, and a screw here, which holds the middle section of the top, pending to the motherboard, holding it down. Alright, you can take any kind of little card, just slide it in there like this, and pry your way back through the edges. On this one, hold it up a little bit so you can see. One other key thing I forgot is underneath here, this should slide out. Most of the time you have screws that are holding the edges, which this one don't have. Hooray! So no screws for that side. So you want to pry it open like this. Most of the time I look inside as I'm like prying it to make sure like there's no screws that I missed out on. I look, peek in there and see if anything is still together. I come around this side, kind of pretty much pry the same way like this. Pry, and I come on this side, do the same thing. Because there's little clamps that are holding it up in there. Pry this side all the way back. Then once I get to the top, make sure that's all. You have a wire here. That's why I say it's good to make sure when prying so you won't pull nothing loose. So you can take that wire loose from within or from the bottom right here. Plugs in. I almost forgot it out. Make sure you unplug that. You don't want to rip it or break it when taking this apart. Slide that right off. And now here goes your motherboard, and here goes the part that we're changing. Your adapter. So hopefully the one that I have, because this isn't a special pre-order, this is just one that I knew I needed a Toshiba, and this comes out of a different kind of Toshiba. So when starting the video, I said maybe this will help in some kind of way with someone having an issue and can't find the right part. Hopefully we're in luck. Here goes my AC wires to my motherboard. Let's see if it lines up with the one I have. You have to pull this back from there, just wiggle it a little bit. It'll slide right off just like that. So let's check the one I have. Here goes mine. The ends are different, so no worries. So what you want to do is kind of eye your wiring. Like, see how this one was. Let me plug it back in here so you guys can see, get a better understanding. This one that I have replacing is smaller, the ends. That's how it's going to work out here. We're going to put some hot glue in the gaps to fill in the spacing in between there. So, but first let's get this wiring done. So, most people would cut their videos and do their parts and then edit, but right here on this part, this is important, so I'm going to keep recording. Okay, this is the one that comes out of it, of the Toshiba. And what you want to do is peel some of this black taping back. This is like some taping to ensure that the wire is safely and won't get hindered or won't get broken in the. As you line your ends up like this, like that, and you start cutting. You cut one wire. This is the end you want to keep now, right here. So you want to cut it down on this end, but you want to make sure that's the wire you're cutting. So you want to pull some of this back, some of this taping that's on the wire. You can pull it back with the. There you go. And cut. Pull some wire back. Now you remember there's 2 reds, 2 blacks. Start with red. Now you come over to your other one. It's 2 reds, 2 blacks. So you start with the first one. Same way. Pull it back, give enough space just in case. And cut. But this is the end that you want. Pull back. Not too tough. There we go. So now you take your one over here that's cut on the side. Twist them together. This is, you know, this is a way that for people that may have an emergency and need it fixed right away, you know, or can't find the part that they need online, eBay, Amazon, or whatever site they're locating them, or maybe they no longer make that part. But this should help. Okay, same thing with the next wire, and so on, same pattern. Video. But yeah, anyway. You want to take your charger that you'll be using for it, stick it in your charging port, because you want to make sure you line it up perfect. You would line it up as if it was plugged in. Make sure it's down, and you fill in the gaps around it with your glue. Make sure you don't get none in between on the front where the charger's sticking in. Just mainly the sides. Since this was a little smaller adapter for another Toshiba, it takes a little more gluing. I just want to make sure that it's right. Take your glue off, kind of be steady with it. Don't move it around, give it time to dry. You know, if you have to stick something under to keep it still, you can. I'm gonna stick this tape under there just like that for about 5-10 minutes, and after that is finished, we'll continue from there. Before putting it back together, I forgot here, before putting it back together, you want to make sure it powers up. You don't want to have this time in vain. So plug it back up, slides in perfectly, grab a little bit of power here. Some may require you to put the lid back on top because the power button is on top with the strip, but this one is right on the board here. So here goes my power button. It looks like my indicator lights are lit on, and voila, Toshiba brought her back to life, and there's no shortage in the power cord no more. So I appreciate everyone for watching. For those that haven't subscribed, subscribe. I appreciate the support. If there's more videos or updates anyone need,